Hey everybody, look on the screen. Sorry that I gotta ask ya. It's interesting when Becky's trying to get at ya. Look on the screen, look on the screen, look on the screen. It's interesting. Becky and dating her king. Oh my. Interesting. Have I said it before? Have you had heard me say it? I'm going to say it again. They got a playbook. And it's about the Benjamins, baby. It's not about, oh, I'm for love and it's on that struggle bus. They've got a playbook. Don't forget the term. It's old. It happened in the time of Sarah Rector, WG. WHIT. Guardianship. Yo, check this out. This is kind of funny. I had to laugh. Now, and I'm not knocking a woman looking for a come up because I don't understand any woman who wants to be in a relationship where you're gonna have to, oh gee, come down. Oh no, no. Your standard of living, it needs to come up. It needs to be a plus for you if at all possible. It can't come down. So here's what happened. We all know about the IT layoffs, and it's not like now these massive layoffs, good luck finding another IT job. Okay. Some people can, a lot of people have not. So, a lot of people, when they're getting laid off, they're having to find themselves working other jobs, not even in their career path, not even on the same level. And they're having a downgrade. So, let's discuss what happened to this here particular brother. So he was laid off from IT, one of the major companies, and they did get a severance package. But while he was working in IT for that particular company, he was working on a side business. So also had a side thing on the side. Okay, working on his own small company, building it up slowly, and it started to bring in a little money. Now, it wasn't matching the IT salary, of course, but it was bringing in some money, and that's the whole idea. You want to work at something to have your own. Well, he got caught up in the IT layoffs. Got laid off from the IT job, got a severance package. He was able to pretty much maintain his standard of living because he got the severance package. Don't forget, he was also bringing in a little money from his side venture, his business, and then he had some savings. So layoff, severance package, little money coming in from the side business, and then he has some savings. And then on top of that, once you get laid off, you can get unemployment in most cases. Okay, so the unemployment check that pretty much helped out with as far as his place to live. In his state, he was able to cover that. So you're looking at your apartment 1,500. Is unemployment is I think it was like what 16 something. No, it was like 16 or 1,700 dollars a month. So that covered the apartment. So he was pretty, he was doing okay. Now, so he continued to work on his business. Later on, it's like, well, I don't want to exhaust my savings. Okay. So he kept looking for jobs. When he didn't find a job that he wanted to feel qualified for, he then decided to go ahead and do a customer service job. And basically, it's like, phone work, and you're in a cubicle in an office, customer service, answering incoming calls with customers, okay? It wasn't ideal, but that's a smart thing to do. You don't want to run out of money and then look for a job. So, when he was there, he ran into somebody else. Guess what? Same thing. And they began talking. And then another guy heard the conversation. He was like, "Oh yeah, I heard you and so and so used to work so and so. Oh yeah, that's your background. Oh yeah." And then he began talking about, he's got a little company, a side business, and he was now doing this job in customer service. Wasn't trying to make a career out of it. But it's like I'm doing this for now, and things pick up. I do have a plan. So you're in like an open area, cubicles, and people can hear. So one woman, two women approached the brother. That's why I picked this picture. One lady was of foreign descent, other lady was Becky, which you can basically call them both Becky, all right? So the other lady, she, I guess, heard the conversation, introduced herself. Next thing you know, she's bringing in two lunches. One for him, one for her. Oh, I was just cooking so much food last night, and I thought, and it's like, wow, you got the Tupperware and everything. So you came in with two lunches, want to talk over lunch, yada yada yada. Okay. Then here comes Becky, the other lady, and she's, just, they're kind of chatting it up, that kind of thing. And so, from what I understand, the other lady seeing them chatting it up, the one that bought the lunch the first time, she kind of backed off. Kind of backed off. So now we've got Becky here. So she was like, hey, let's go ahead and meet. Maybe we can, I've always wanted to do something more than just this job. So maybe we can kind of meet and kind of go over some things. Oh, okay, fine and cool. So they had lunch, as I understand, twice. He did say he was kind of apprehensive about getting involved at work, which I understand because you don't want to excrete where you eat. Please don't. It may not be wise. All right. May not be wise to excrete where you eat. So we had some reservations, but they kept communicating, besides lunch, just kind of talking. It's like, I think I'm going to go ahead and just take the plunge and let's go out like on a, kind of ease into a date. Okay. Now, they've been discussing his company. He had a website. Well, he has a website, and so he's got it's still going on. The website that he has is had the same name, and it's the same for the past 3 years. And it's like, I gotta really do something different, because I've got more time now. I've been thinking about it. So, I did make some changes when I was, initially laid off, but now I've been having time when I get home and get to it again. He wants to go ahead and make some more changes. And he said, I want to go ahead, and I thought about it. I want to go ahead and kind of maybe change the name just a little bit. I want to kind of work with something a little different. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, in business, as they say, it's about marketing. And yes, always reinvent yourself. If you find something that's better working for you, that may work for you, give it a shot. So, in this respect, he decided to go ahead and kind of alter the name and kind of maybe kind of jazz up the website, as far as like making it, he's made some improvements to the website. Okay, as to what he's offering, all right. So instead of being the same one he's had for a couple of years, he wants to like a major, major overhaul. I really want to go ahead and do this. A couple of checks, some money saved up, so he's investing in himself, investing in his business. Way to go. That's what you should do. Reinvent yourself. So, I guess she was keeping up with it, folks. Oh, yes. Again, everybody looking for a come up. Don't be a silly clown. Be looking for a come down. Need a come up. So, they were communicating, and they had plans to go out on a date. I just told you when he gets off work what he's doing. Couple of checks, save some money up, wants to go ahead and kind of revamp things. It's all for the sake of improvement. You got to keep growing. So he did that. They had plans to go out on a date, and Bex canceled the date. She backed out. What's going on here? She canceled a date. And he asked, like, hey, is something okay? Oh, she canceled a date and also started giving him the cold shoulder. Yeah. She started giving him they work in the same area, and where these cubicles are. She started giving him the cold shoulder, and he didn't know why. And he asked her, hey, was something wrong? Is everything okay? You want to give me, because he asked her to maybe let's try want to reschedule the date. She want to do that, and so she pretty much gave him the cold shoulder. So he's like, okay, I just want to see what's going on. So he inquired as to what's wrong, and she let him know she don't want to have to deal with liars, and you need to focus on she did her hands like with the air quotes, on your company. Huh? I already knew then what happened. I'm like, you don't have to tell me anything else. I knew then what had happened. when he was talking initially to the guy about it, and then when they had those lunches, they were talking about it. When he changed that website and changed some things around, she obviously interpreted that it wasn't his business, or that he was like lying. And he was like, and I said, I'm like, you know what this is. She thought because you made changes to that website, the website changed, she must have thought that you were lying and that it wasn't yours. So what does that tell you? Aside from the dating, not about you being showing your personality, she was probably stalking your website. And when she saw those changes major overnight, she probably thought, he's out of business. Why? This is a whole new setup. There's a different name on here. He must have been lying. She didn't even ask him. That was silly on her part because, sweetheart, he's not out of business. You need to reinvent yourself. People do things like this all the time. And he saved some money up. He's like, hey, save some money up. Didn't have to go into his savings. So he put it more to his business. But her, I guess, not knowing how business operates, that you want to refresh, reinvent yourself. That's a positive thing to do. She had no idea. All she knows is, I guess she's been tracking it, which I assume that. She didn't say that, but I'm assuming that. But for her to go ahead and cancel the date, and turn the cold shoulder like, you need to go ahead and tend to your, in air quotes, your company, your business. In other words, like it's not really yours, not really real. And a turn cold. I'm like, you know what happened? She thought because the website was updated, some changes here look different and it's for the better. She must have thought that you must have lost it and maybe somebody else has it. And she's going by, it's like, my God, it's the same thing. You do know that they can point whatever the website is. Let's say it's www.123.com. Well, it still points there. Okay, if that's where you're gonna go, it's like that's the way it is. You can have it pointed there. Once you change it, you can change the picture, the whole landing, the landscape. So once you type it in, oh, okay. And then I thought, did she even bother to scroll down and read, or did she? Maybe she was trying to find a quick lick. If she would have scrolled down, readers or leaders, you would have seen that. Guess what? It's the same company. This is just a new and improved version. But oh no, she didn't do that. I guess she was looking, guys, ladies and gentlemen, for a quick come up. She just assumed, oh, this is different. That was his website. Now it's something totally different on the screen. Oh, that's not him. So I said, she must have really thought, dumb, that maybe you were out of business or maybe you had gone under. Again, readers or leaders, scroll down and it'll tell you. New and improved, it states that. It's offering more, better functionality. So the fact that she had the website, she'd gone to it before, obviously, and then when she saw a different landscape, a different look on it, she must have obviously assumed the worst. She obviously, in my point of view, oh girl, looking for a come up. And when she probably thought about it, oh, he's got a tech background. Oh, he's got a business. Oh, he's told old boy that he doesn't plan on being here long. So maybe that business is doing well. And he's used to making money in tech. So she might have thought it was time to get on over there and let's get a little closer, baby. But when the website changed, Bex must have dropped the respect. And that tells me a whole lot about her. That you, again, obviously, you don't know how business works. All you have to do is scroll down. It's the same owner. It's still him. Again, you can have a website and you can update things and it'll still point to it. It doesn't mean it's gone under. It's like me having the Simply Said 2 channel. Oh, she must have lost it. That's a different channel. It's still me. So what does that tell you? She wasn't trying to date this guy because she thought it was so charming and so cute and I like his personality. No, she was looking for a come up. So when he changed the website on his side hustle, and maybe she must have interpreted that come up as a come down, what does she do? Drop him. Date cancel, cut off the wonderful friendly communication. Why? She must have thought when the website changed that, oh my, that's not his business because here's the website I saw at this time and now it's different. He didn't have to tell you everything. So what does that tell you? That relationship that she was seeking with him, it was all based on, of course, what he could do for her. It was all based on a come up. What does that website change have to do with them going on a date if you're really into the person or you like the person? Like, in my opinion, dude, you avoided a headache. Because if that dating had not have worked out, that dating experience, if she could have possibly known where you lived, which is a very nice place to live, or what I'm sure, no offense, that salary that they're on, you couldn't afford. If she would have asked for something you didn't deliver, you pretty much just avoided a headache. All it would take is some tears and going to HR. You would probably end up gone. Your word against hers. Don't act brand new. So that you thinking that she likes you? No, she's thinking, oh, okay, everybody knows about the layoffs. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's been everywhere on the news. It's on social media, TikTok, YouTube, you name it, Facebook, you name it. But he's got a tech background and he's got a small company. Don't plan on being here long. Oh, he must have some kind of money. Or guess what? There's a possibility that he will have some money. His own company. Oh, he seems real intelligent. He dresses nice. Oh, he's traveled. So she was ear hustling. In my opinion, and I'm not knocking it, but she was ear hustling of her coming up on a man for a come up. She hasn't been to Dubai. He has, heck, neither have I. She hasn't been to Dubai, but she just you start to listen. So what do? They have a playbook. Somebody got some money, especially a minority. What do? They didn't just start this last week. In the 1800s, that was Sarah. I mean, seriously, Sarah Rector. What do? What's that movie? Oh my God, Robert De Niro. And I believe with the Indians that had the oil on the land. What did he tell his own nephew that was the chauffeur? You got a good face. Think you're thinking about marriage? That's the MO. But the funny thing is, that's the fun fact. He only updated the website. He was making changes. He'd been having that. So I said, that's my thing. I said, oh, so she was checking that website out. She probably thought, she's gonna go ahead. This would be her way out that little customer service seat, taking those phone calls. He's got potential. Oh no, not potential. Oh, this one's gonna go somewhere. So she went ahead and decided to go ahead and make her little move. But the fact that the website just changed, he's improving it. He is not out of business. It didn't go under. The company still exists. He's improving it. He does business. He's got a what do you call this? Like an executive office. What do you call this? Well, they share an office. You pay a small amount of money, and you can work by appointments. So when you want to meet with someone, okay, meet at this location. That's an office where it's shared by other people, but you're paying a smaller amount. So it gives you it's like I want to say virtual office, but it's a physical location. So you can say, okay, I can meet you at this time. Then you show up there and you say, oh, this is an office, and you're sitting down in someone's office. So, but it's one that's shared, so they're not there like all the time. But again, it gives you the address of an office, and you can meet clients there, things like that, and you can discuss business. That's what he's got. Hence, he doesn't want the morning shift. He wants, like the late afternoon and then on the evening. That's why. So, what does that tell you in the dating? It's not about, well, always he's so charming. No, I think she saw a black man and thought, oh, he must be a hustler. He's doing this, but he also, this job of customer service, but he also has this business. But she wasn't very bright. So that, yo, she was, which, I can't blame anybody. I don't fault her. Looking for a man that can be a come up. Only thing is, she thought it was a come down, and then she decided, I'm not going to stick around. Little lunches and all that talking. Okay, now it's time for the date. I said she must have been checking that website, because why would she say that? And it's like common sense. You put two and two together because the website. I mean, all she had to do was scroll down, but no, she just jumped to conclusions. I think your business, your company, like Eric. In other words, like yeah, like it's not really real. What is she doing? She's looking for a man from a come up, and I don't blame the buttercup. But see, a black woman, if that was the case, we still be, oh, let's try to help you. We would still, oh, listen, a black woman, if she had been watching that website and then had typed in and it said URL not found or 404, some kind of error thing or whatever the deal is. No. The loyalty that we give to the men in our community would have stuck around. Hey, is your website okay? More than likely, a black woman probably try to come up with a plan. But let's try to get it back up, going together. She would probably, let's go ahead and try to work together. Anything I can do to help? Do you need some help with your website? I know someone. But Becky didn't do that. She's looking for a bird nest. What's that say? A bird nest on the ground. One she don't have to build. She wants it already built. You see how she moves? Oh, maybe she's a gold digger. Might be. But honey, I'm older and I sure wouldn't be digging for dust. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. But I thought, wow, I said the joke is on her. So she must have thought, like, because I mean, it's like, how do you not know? The website just changed for improvement. So she must have thought, uh-oh, his company, that's not his, something is wrong. And immediately she just turned off like a faucet. Just turned off, like, didn't even ask. Cancel the date. Why? Because in her mindset, I'm thinking, my guesstimation, well, if he doesn't have that look beside, he's doing this job, doesn't have the little side company, that business, oh man, he can't do anything for me. She already out, jumping ship. Doesn't even know his ship is still moving. He's been talking about doing improvements. She just didn't understand. Well, maybe it's good news for the black man. Unbelievable. Anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. And I'm out.